What's up guys, Maelstrom here. If you enjoy the video then like, subscribe and leave a comment down below so I can keep on making these awesome videos for you guys. Amazing. To think that he fought in the prelims 2 days ago and started water walking yesterday with half of his chakra sealed and his control down the tubes, and yet when his chakra is normal, he can't even manage to summon a baby toad. Why is it that he can't expel enough chakra at once to summon, when he can make 1,000 clones? Thought Jiraiya as he looked away from the beautiful young woman swimming in the lake next to the clearing that Naruto was training in. Maybe it's the fox. When Kyuubi was fully sealed away, he had better chakra control. Maybe Kyuubi is messing with his control somehow. Gah. Another tadpole. What am I doing wrong? Questioned Naruto to himself, unaware that Jiraiya was in the tree behind him. Maybe Naruto should meet the fox. Mito once said that she would visit the fox every so often, and Kushina got to the point that she could use the fox's pure chakra. Kushina was known as the Red Death because of her hair, and when she was ever in a pinch, she would start to radiate red chakra. Only Minato, Jiraiya, and old man Sarutobi knew that it was actually the fox and not some genjutsu or fire nature chakra. How did those two manage to do it, I wonder? Could it be that they took the fox's power? Oh well, here goes nothing. Even if it doesn't work, I'll just teach him the trick to shadow clone training. Naruto, what would you say if I told you there was a way you could summon the Toad Boss? Asked Jiraiya as he looked down on Naruto from a tree. That he was using to peek on girls. I would do it. I can't let that team stay better than me. Shouted an excited, yet very tired Naruto. It was a fact that Naruto hated Sasuke, not because of the special training he got from Kakashi, or even that fact that he was admired, but for the fact that Sasuke had everything handed to him, and never had to actually work for anything. Good, follow me. Stated Jiraiya as he leapt from the tree and started jogging towards the far end of the training area, Naruto close behind, but having to sprint to keep up with the shockingly fast older man. After only a few minutes of running, which turned out to be about 2 miles, much to Naruto's shock, they arrived at a rather deep canyon. Naruto was panting and cursing at Jiraiya for running so fast, while Jiraiya simply summoned a small grey toad. Gamada, can you inform Sensei that me and Naruto will be training in Foster Canyon for the remainder of the month, and ask him to send the umbu that guards Naruto? The toad simply nodded and proofed off to the Hokage's office, to deliver his message. Naruto, what did you feel when you used the fox's chakra? Questioned Jiraiya. Naruto's eyes widened in shock. Well. When I saw Sasuke go down, I got really angry, but when I was trying to save Sasuke and Sakura from Snake Face, I felt. I don't know. It was weird, like I wasn't fighting for myself, like I was fighting for something more. Naruto. We're going to the bottom of this canyon, and you're going to talk to the fox. Stated Jiraiya. Why would I? He's made my life hell. The only thing he's good for is when I get hurt, and it's usually his fault anyway. Stated Naruto loudly. Well, would you rather switch places? That demon in your gut has probably been staring at the same thing for the last 70 years. You don't know this, but that fox has been sealed 3 times now, and the only time it's been out, it was immediately attacked. Put yourself in that position. Stated Jiraiya as if that explained everything, though at most it raised further questions. What? I thought I was the only one to ever carry this stupid thing. Shouted Naruto. Naruto. You're not the only person in the world that has a demon sealed inside of them. Stated Jiraiya. I am not. Questioned Naruto. No. In fact, it's so common that there's a name for them. Jinhuriki, the power of human sacrifice, you've met one of them. Gaara of the desert is a Jinhuriki. Stated Jiraiya, a sad smile on his face. But he's the son of the Kazekage. Why would he have a demon sealed inside of him? Questioned Naruto. Most Jinhuriki are related to cages or important people. In Kumo, the container of the 8 tails is a man by the name of Killer Bee, the Raikage's brother. There is another container in Kumo, a blonde woman, I don't know her name or what beast she holds. I'll be honest, the only reason I even know about her is because she caught me peeping. Stated Jiraiya, a stupid perverted grin on his face. Guessing she beat the shit out of you. Laughed Naruto. Actually, she asked me to sign her book and not use her in any of my books. Stated Jiraiya. What? There's actually a girl out there that reads your books? Asked Naruto. Shut up, Kaki. We're getting off topic. It's your duty as a Jinhyuriki to at the very least be able to use your curse. Stated Jiraiya seriously. I still don't want to. If it's not my own power, then I don't want to have it. Stated Naruto adamantly. Naruto, by that logic, you wouldn't use a kunai or a sword or shuriken or a senbon. Stated Jiraiya. Huh? Why do you say that? Asked a confused Naruto. It's simple. That demon sealed in your gut is nothing but a tool. If you strong it can kill you, if you don't learn to use it, it can kill you and everyone around you, and it's one of the best trump cards out there. Seeing Naruto's confusion, Jiraiya slapped his forehead and elaborated, your demon can heal you. If you learn to control its chakra, you could take anything but a killing blow and keep fighting. Imagine that, a Hokage that can take any blow in stride and always come through in the end. Good lord, this kid is more stubborn than his old man and his mother. Minato, Kushina, what do I do to make your son understand, thought Jiraiya. So? It's just a tool? Like a kunai or a sword? Questioned Naruto. I could always just not use it unless I really need it. Well. That was easy. I'll have to remember to just relate everything to him being Hokage from now on. Thought Jiraiya. Yes, although a much more robust and powerful tool. And just like any weapon, you have to learn to use it, and unlike other weapons, you will have to earn the right to use this tool. So, how do I go about doing this? Asked Naruto. When I first met Killer Bee, he said he had a mental connection with his beast. Also, it was said that Yagura, the fourth Mizukage, had such control over his beast that he could fully transform into it. Stated Jiraiya, more to himself than anything. I guess that you might be able to travel into the seal and speak to him. At the very least, you could ask him to use his chakra whenever you wanted. And how do I do that? Asked Naruto. Like this. Shouted Jiraiya as he pushed Naruto over the edge of the massive canyon. Jiraiya then followed after his blonde student, ready to catch him when he finally entered the seal. Or at least before he hit the ground. Meanwhile, Naruto was freaking out. God damn it. How the hell is this supposed to help me? Questioned Naruto as he felt a pull in the back of his mind and blacked out. He was then promptly caught by Jiraiya, and taken to the bottom of the canyon. Mindscape. Where am I? How the hell did I get in a sewer? Asked Naruto as he looked around his surroundings. Seeing that one end of the sewer was bright and the other was dark, he decided to go towards the light. I swear to God, pervy sage, if I'm dead I'm going to haunt you for the rest of your life. I can help with that, came a deep booming voice from where Naruto was heading, but first, I believe we have much to discuss. Naruto walked up in front of a large gate, easily 50 feet tall. Behind the gate, two huge blood-red eyes and orange ears were visible. Are you Kyuubi? No, I'm the Easter Bunny. No shit, I'm Kyuubi. Now what is it you want? I hate talking to humans, so make it quick before I choose to eat you. My sensei sent me here so that I could make a connection with you and maybe request the use of some of your chakra. But I have another reason for wanting to speak to you. Stated Naruto with confidence and resolve that honestly shocked the chakra entity. Ha 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 ha, and what exactly do you want to know? Depending on the questions, I may let you use some of my chakra. Well, I have a couple of questions. I guess my first is, why does my mind look like a sewer? The second is, why did you attack the village the night I was born? And the third, who were your other hosts? And four, outside of letting you go, what can I do to make you more comfortable while you're here? I don't know why your mind is a sewer, maybe it's because of your mindset. I was being controlled when I attacked the village, I refuse to go into any more detail than that. My first host was the man who first sealed me, Hashirama's wife. I believe her name was Mito. The second was a woman named Kushina. Reminds me a lot of you, fiery temper, skilled, wanted to be Hokage. Then there's you. Now if you truly want to make my life inside of this seal better, you could give me access to your senses. I'm tired of living closed off from the world. You could also change the size of this cage. It may seem big to you, though I can barely move in this place. Stated a much calmer and even friendlier sounding Kyuubi. How would I do that? Asked Naruto, his curiosity skyrocketed by the suddenly not so terrifying Kyuubi. It's your mind, kid. If I knew I would tell you, my best guess is that if you concentrate hard enough, you can move these things at your will. Naruto closed his eyes and barely a second later, a pulse ripped through his mindscape, shredding everything in its path. Then a second pulse went through his mindscape, turning it into one giant cave with about a dozen doors on both sides and a small path in the back of the cave with a large blinking exit sign above it. Then, Kyuubi's cage expanded in all directions, forming a large grassy valley, surrounded on all sides by mountains and of course the large gate that made up the seal. Kyuubi was shocked. Not only was it beautiful, it was also brilliant. With mountains on all sides, it didn't truly feel like he was trapped anymore. The grass felt great on his paws, there was a massive tree in the back that looked like it would be great for napping under, and finally, because of the drop-off, Naruto and Kyuubi now stood eye to eye. That's when Kyuubi felt it. He could feel everything going on around Naruto, the perverted one setting up camp. A small fox was currently staring at Naruto from afar. Somewhere, a blonde with large breast was losing a lot of money, a snake was cutting open an orange, a scarecrow was creating a lot of lightning and a bowl-cut man was somehow doing push-ups with his chin. Wow. That was easier than I thought. Stated Naruto. You have proven yourself to me, kid. I'm going to give you a gift, but first, I must tell you of my origins. Kid. Questioned Naruto. You've just done more for me than any human since the man that created me. You see, all 9 Baijuyu are all originally from one being. An ever-powerful beast that created the oceans and continents. It was the Kyuubi. It had no emotions, no thoughts, it was just a giant mass of immeasurable energy. That is until it was sealed into a single man. On the man's deathbed, he released the Kyuubi, separated its power from its body and used it to create the 9 Baijuyu. Each of us have a power from the great beast. Mine is its ability to harness natural energy and convert it to my own, so I can never run out. My last container earned enough of my respect to use just under a tael of my power. You on the other hand have earned everything. I'm giving you full, unrestricted control of all of my powers. And my true name, kit, is Kurama. What? Asked Naruto with an unreadable expression. I'm going to give you full control of my powers, my chakra, my senses, hell, even my techniques, though you'll have to modify them. Trailed of Kurama as it sat in the middle of the cage, pondering how a tiny boy would be able to perform his 2 best attacks. Really? Why? Asked Naruto. He had never really been given anything, other than his goggles and his wallet. Because kid, you've done more for me than almost anyone else. You earned my respect, when you made my life easier, even though you could have made it even worse. Plus it's pointless having basically unlimited chakra go to waste. Stated Kurama. What about that other stuff? You said all your powers and senses as well. Questioned Naruto. For the love of Kami, you ask a lot of questions. At least this way I won't have to explain as much later. Other than pure chakra, each tailed beast got a power, or in my case, several. The first I already told you about, being able to gather natural energy, though it's only when I don't move. The second, as a mass of rage and hatred myself, I can sense negative emotions, as well as any chakra-producing beings, and in some cases, even what their intentions are based on their chakra flow. The third, is rapid regeneration. My chakra, contrary to what you may think, is a multiplier. Anything exposed to my chakra kicks into overdrive. Say you get a huge gash on your arm, send my chakra to it, and it will heal several times faster. You can also use it on muscles to increase your power and speed, and even on your eyes, brain, and nervous system, so that you can react it much faster. Stated Kyuubi. That's so cool. Thank you, Lord Kurama. Yelled Naruto in glee. Hold up, kid, don't call me Lord, it irritates me. Second, you will have to work for it. As you will have to separate my chakra from me. Stated Kurama. Huh? Why do I have to do that? Wouldn't that hurt you? Questioned Naruto. Because, my rage and malice are intertwined with my chakra. If you break that connection, you can use the full dose of my chakra without losing it like you did on the bridge. Stated Kurama, though I doubt you will be able to use a full dose of the bat. You're going to need chakra control exercise to manipulate the flow of my chakra and regulate it, otherwise it will throw off everything and leave you extremely vulnerable. Okay, that makes sense, but how do I do it? Asked Naruto. Pull the seal off the gate, connect with my chakra and pull it out of me. Stated Kurama. Hold the hell up. I have to remove my seal? You would just escape then. Stated Naruto. No, the seal on the gate is the barrier seal that keeps me from attacking you. The full seal is probably hidden somewhere that neither of us are aware exists. If you don't believe me, look at the seal on the door. Does it look anything like the one on your gut? Questioned Kurama. Naruto drew a blank as he looked at the seal on the cage. Kurama was right, where the one on his gut was a spiral, this one was a kanji for barrier. So I just pull this off and then I take your chakra. More or less. Well, here it goes, stated Naruto as he reached up and pulled the seal off the cage. Outside world. You requested me, Lord Jiraiya? Questioned a cat-masked Umbu, both men standing at the bottom of Foster Canyon, next to the large stream that ran down the middle. Tenzo, there's no need to be so formal with me. If I didn't care when I found you in Orochimaru's lab, I don't care now. Stated Jiraiya. Fine, you requested me, Jiraiya. Questioned Tenzo as he took his mask off, revealing a brown-haired man with coal-black eyes and a helmet-style forehead protector. Yes, I'm going to be helping Naruto in using Kyuubi's chakra, and I want you here in case something goes wrong. Stated Jiraiya. But he's only 12. Surely he can't be ready yet. What about the fox's influence? Questioned Tenzo. Well, 1, that's why you're here, 2, he's used it before, and 3, we both know that he is not your standard 12-year-old. Stated Jiraiya. So, when do we being? And what will we be doing? Questioned Tenzo. Well, if Naruto can obtain a portion of Kyuubi's chakra, we will be training in that. On top of that, we're going to use shadow clones to begin fixing the flaws in his taijutsu, try and teach him some genjutsu, or at least how to break them, and I'll start teaching him the regimen. Listed off Jiraiya. You can do that with shadow clones. I thought they only transferred memory. Stated Tenzo. Ah, but muscle memory is just that, memory. I'm still not sure how I should go about teaching him taijutsu though. Stated Jiraiya. What do you mean? He seems perfect for Lord Yondame's flash fist, all we would have to do is bring his speed up. Stated Tenzo, already exited to train the boy he had watched over as an infant. No. He's like me, too unpredictable to have a set taijutsu style, and his in-battle intelligence when coming up with plans, from what Kakashi told me and from what I saw at the preliminaries, I believe is even greater than Ataka's. I'm thinking of just having him learn a bunch of strikes, blocks, dodges, counters and maybe even counters if we have time. He can paste together a working combo in a fight. Stated Jiraiya. Tenzo was stunned, he was a few years older than Itachi and remembers clearly just how intelligent the man was when he was partnered with him under Kakashi. To hear that a genin, even one with Naruto's parentage, was even greater than the prodigy, or as many knew him, slaughterer of the Uchiha, was mind-blowing. Kakashi-senpai said that. No, but from the report that was written, in less than 2 seconds, Naruto came up with a plan that forced Zabuza Momokai to release Kakashi when he got caught in a water prison. I've also watched the tape from his match in the Chunin exams when he beat the Inyazuka with a fart in an improvised taijutsu move he saw once from another genin. Stated Jiraiya with a smirk. Well, we can both teach him the strikes and blocks to the clones as they learn chakra control, how to break genjutsu and the beginning of the regimen. Unknown. Minato-kun, he released the barrier. Which one of us should go? Asked Kushina with tears in her eyes, knowing that he would say himself, and it would be the last time she ever saw him. Neither of us will go. Stated Minato calmly as he watched his son struggle with all his might to pull the chakra from the beast, and surprisingly, was almost an eighth the way done. He had to admit, this was going way faster than he expected. Idiot. Why wouldn't one of us go? He needs help. Stated Kushina angrily. He's fine, dear. Look, the Kyuubi is letting him take its chakra. Why go now when he doesn't need us and risk not being there when he truly does? Questioned Minato. Kushina knew her husband was right, and that her little Naruto didn't need them at the moment, but god damn it, she wanted to be there for this. You better hope to Kami that he needs us more at some point, because if he doesn't, I'm going to kill you. Sorry dear, I'm already dead, and so are you. Stated Minato cheekily. Fine, I'll just use my 1,000 years of painful death. Stated Kushina. With Naruto and Kurama. Come on kid, you're almost halfway there. Ground out the fox, who was beginning to feel the immense strain that went along with having your chakra forcibly removed. Naruto said nothing as he continued to rip the chakra from the massive beast. With strained eyes he watched as the fox began to wither to skin and bones. The fox apparently knew what the young blonde was thinking as it ground out, I'll recover, just whatever you do, do not stop. The backlash will kill us both. Now keep going, you're almost there. Naruto grunted as he gave another big pull, but to no avail as he only succeeded in gaining another notch of chakra. Come on, god damn it! Shouted Naruto as he gave another big pull, this time succeeding in loosening Kyuubi's grasp on its chakra. You're close kid. One more pull. Outside world. Tenzo and Jiraiya were standing under a dome that Tenzo had made as a shelter from the rain that had started just minutes ago. Jiraiya, just how potent is Kyuubi's chakra? I've never actually needed to suppress it, so I'd like to have a heads up for when he uses it. We both know the feeling that chakra gives off. You were young at the time, but I'm sure you remember when it attacked. Stated Jiraiya. Tenzo nodded. Well, as powerful as it felt, just imagine it being twice as strong. Tenzo stood shocked, he remembered it being unreal how strong the fox was, to be twice as strong as that. Suddenly, a burst of pure power emanated from the sleeping boy beside them. But as fast as it came, it was gone. Well, guess he succeeded. Wonder how much he got the Kyuubi to cough up. Mindscape. Naruto stood in awe of the giant floating orb of red chakra that now completely lit up the cave in a sunset-like glow. Kurama wasn't much better, as it shakily stood and looked at its own chakra, which it somehow could still feel, hovered about 10 feet in the air on the far right side of the cave, 8 pillars surrounding it. Kurama? Are you okay? Questioned Naruto, seeing the fox roughly the size of a small house, and still skin and bones. Yeah kid. Just need to withdraw some energy from the nature around us. I'll be back to full, in about a year. If you use a lot of my chakra, it will take longer, but I'll be able to replenish whatever you use in roughly a month. Panted Kurama. Now if you don't mind, I need to sleep to regain energy at a decent rate. When can I start using your chakra? Asked Naruto. Whenever you want, though I wouldn't use any more than 2% flow at a time. It should just under 3 tails. How is 2% 3 tails worth? Asked a confused Naruto. My tails are unlike the other Baijuya. My first tail of my power is roughly 1/3%, my second is 2/3%. My third tail is roughly 1% and 1/3. It's exponential. Add the first 3 tails together and you get 2 1/3% of my chakra. That's why I'm so much more powerful than the other Baijuya. Naruto watched as the downsized fox staggered over to the giant tree behind it and lay down in the shade. Okay, I'll let ya sleep. See ya later Kurama. Unknown. See Kushina-chan. I told you that he would be fine. Stated Minato. I know, I just wish there was some way we could help him out, or at least congratulate him. Stated Kushina. If you wish, I can deliver a message to someone. Stated a deathly sounding voice behind the duo. The spun to see a translucent figure in all white with long white hair. Shinigami-sama. It's not what it looks like. Stated a startled Minato. Be calm Minato. I've known of you using the seal to watch your son's life. Do you forget that part of me is incorporated into it? Questioned the death god. Minato simply hung his head. Now, as I see it, taking control of young Kyuubi's chakra is cause to celebrate. After all, he is the first human to do so in a very long time. What is the message you wish to deliver, and to whom? Tell my little boy that we're proud of him and that dash. No, Kushina was cut off by Minato. What do you mean no? I will fuck you in the ass with my katana if you try to keep me from praising my baby. Shouted Kushina, getting a sweat drop from the Shinigami. He can't know about us yet. He's still at a troublesome stage in his life, I don't want his heritage going to his head. Stated Minato. Kushina glared at him, but said nothing, understanding that Minato was right. Shinigami-sama. Could you possibly tell Hiruzen Sarutobi to give Naruto my old jacket and something from my wife? As well as the keys to our old apartment, after striping it of any pictures of me? He can leave everything of Kushina's. But of course. What would you like to give the boy? Questioned Shinigami as it looked at Kushina. Everything in the apartment, as well as my specialty Konoha headband and my Uza headband. Stated Kushina with a small, but true smile. As well as a letter from me, if you would, Shinigami-sama. Stated a gruff, gravel-like voice. Jiraiya and Tenzo. Good to see you're awake, Gaki. How much chakra did you get? Questioned Jiraiya. From that burst of power earlier, I'm guessing a lot. A lot of what? Suddenly, two people dropped down from the dome and walked closer, showing themselves to be Kakashi and Sasuke. What are you two doing here? Questioned Naruto in a less than friendly tone. We're training upstream of here and felt the surge of power. We decided to check it out. Stated Kakashi lazily. What was that power before? Demanded Sasuke, much to the displeasure of Naruto and Jiraiya. None of your business, team. Stated Naruto coldly. Well, is it any of my business? Questioned Kakashi, getting a hateful glare from Naruto, which seemed to confuse Kakashi. It would have been your business, had you not ditched me 2 days ago to train Sasuke. If I remember right, something about Sasuke needs my attention more than you do. Questioned Naruto. Jiraiya and Tenzo were shocked. Kakashi hated playing favorites. He was team before self, how could he possibly play favorites? Kakashi-senpai, surely you didn't say that, did you? Questioned Tenzo. Yes, I said that, and Sasuke does need my attention more than Naruto does. If Naruto loses, he will live, if Sasuke loses, there's no way he would make it out alive. Stated Kakashi. That's understandable. But how did you know Sasuke would be fighting Gaara? I mean, you've been giving him special training since we passed the bell test. Stated Naruto, his glare holding. I taught you all equally, it's not my fault that Sasuke is a faster learner than you. Stated Kakashi. You taught me tree climbing. Other than that, all you've ever done is say I need better chakra control and then not tell me how to improve it. Stated Naruto as he started subconsciously drawing on Kyuubi's chakra, giving him a barely visible eerie glow. You should have done more tree climbing. Stated Kakashi, that's more than enough for a genin. I find that hard to believe. Naruto learned water walking in less than 2 hours. If the Uchiha can learn faster than that, he would be a jonin by now. Stated Jiraiya, growing angrier and angrier at the silver-haired jonin. Well, it took him almost 5 days to learn tree climbing. Stated Kakashi. The Gaki has more chakra than you and Tenzo combined. An academy student can learn tree climbing. Tell me, when you have cage-level reserves, what would be harder? Tree climbing, or water walking? Stated Jiraiya. PFF, like the Dobe has more chakra than me. Stated Sasuke. He does, in fact, he has as much as the Sandaime did when he trained me. Stated Jiraiya. Now Kakashi, if you claim to have helped them the same, tell me, did you at least give him a scroll to help him train? In fact I did. I got Ebisu to train him. Stated Kakashi confidently. He may not have been able to train his student, but Guy's old teammate was an elite instructor. Ebisu? Ebisu. You think that you helped him by getting Ebisu to train him? You were there when Ebisu openly stated that he hated Naruto. Shouted Jiraiya. Leave Kakashi, before I kill you myself. You're a disgrace to your sensei and to your father. Kakashi left without word, though it was easy to see he was shaking with rage. Sasuke followed after staring at Naruto for a second. Let's go see the old man. There's no way I'm teaching you anything with those two so close by. Stated Jiraiya. Meanwhile, With Sarutobi. What was that surge of power? Surely Naruto hasn't learned to harness Kyuubi's power already? Questioned Hiruzen as he moved to grab his crystal ball. Indeed he did. Came a deathly voice behind Sarutobi. With speed he hadn't used in almost 10 years, Hiruzen had backflipped out of his chair and stabbed a kunai into the back of the man that had somehow got past all his umbu, only to find that the stab hadn't hit anything. Now Hiruzen, I'm not surprised you'd still be skilled, but was it really needed to attempt to kill me? Questioned the spectral figure. Shinigami. Stuttered the old cage. Now Hiruzen. Calm down, I'm not here to take you. Simply here to deliver a message from some people who have passed on. Stated Shinigami. I've temporarily put your umbu to sleep. So do not worry. Who? Questioned Hiruzen. Minato and Kushina. As well as a young man who also died before his time. Anyway, Minato says that he wants you to give his son his jacket, but don't inform him that he is Minato's son. Kushina wants you to give Naruto her old headbands, as well as their old apartment. After removing everything of Minato's that is. Stated Shinigami as he dug into his robe and pulled out a folded sheet of paper. Ah, here it is, give this to Naruto, tell him it came in from Wave yesterday. Farewell Hokage. As the spectral image of the Shinigami faded, it was replaced by Jiraiya. As Sarutobi shook his head to clear its cobwebs, he noticed that both Tenzo and Naruto were standing by his sides. Old man. Are you alright? Questioned Naruto. Yes. I believe I am. Stated the old man slowly before looking to Naruto. What is your progress so far? Well, I met Kurama, changed his cage, he let me have his chakra, I took it, and now he's sleeping. He said it would take a lot of work to use his chakra to the max, but I should be able to use about 2% of it. Stated Naruto, as three jaws hit the floor. Hold the fuck up, Kaki. Kurama? How did you change his cage? He let you have his chakra? And 2%? How much is that? Questioned Jiraiya with wide eyes. In the corner the always quiet Tenzo was simply unable to do anything as his brain had shut down. In order. Kyuubi's real name is Kurama. It was my mindscape, so I just thought about it and it worked. He said that he liked me, and as thanks for making his life and my seal more bearable, he let me take his chakra. Stated Naruto before he started scratching his head. He said something about each tale was exponential to the one before it, but I forgot the rest, hehe. That's amazing, Naruto. Truly amazing. Stated Sarutobi. I have some things you should have. Your mother left me some things for you when I thought you ready. Also this came for you yesterday. Naruto looked dumbstruck as he took the folder piece of paper. Am my mother? But you said you didn't know who my parents were. Kaki. Your mother was an S-class kunoichi. We couldn't let anyone know you were her child, or you could be in even more trouble than you ended up in. Stated Jiraiya seriously. She had many enemies in both Kumo and Kiri, as well as here in Konoha. Who was she? Asked Naruto in a quiet voice. Kushina Uzumaki. Konoha's Red Death. Stated Jiraiya. Naruto just looked at Jiraiya in confusion. Sarutobi walked over to his personal bookcase and pulled out a small package. Now Naruto. I'm sorry I waited till now to tell you of your mother. Her will that she left you is still intact, but will take about a week to gather. Until then, these are your mother's headbands. Headbands? Like more than one? Questioned Naruto. Yes. You see, your mother was originally from the village of Uzushiagakur. It was destroyed near the end of the Second Great War, and she came here. The spiral headband is an Uzushio headband. Stated Sarutobi, holding up a plain headband with a vortex on it. He then held up another headband, this one a Konoha headband, but the metal was black, and the leaf symbol was red. This headband is given to the commander of the Umbu. It's made of chakra conductive metal and the red symbol symbolized your mother, the Red Death. Can I wear it? Asked Naruto. Yes, you may. We retired those style of headband from Umbu after your mother died, so there won't be any confusion. Stated Sarutobi with a kind smile. Now I believe I handed you a letter. Naruto looked at the piece of paper he had dropped on the floor and began to read it aloud. Dear brat. Yeah, it's for me. If you're reading this, then it's obvious that you survived and that I have not. I have decided that if you do indeed defeat Haku, as I'm sure you would be the one to do it, that you will continue my legacy and take my sword. Don't get all sappy on me, the only other choices I have is Haytake and that water punk, and I'm sure as hell not giving my sword to a monkey or a puddle. Anyway, you are now the wielder of my sword. Don't worry, in our hideout, about 2 miles or so north of the bridge, is instructions and materials needed for the upkeep. Don't fail my judgment. Zabuza. P.S. Fuck you. He left me his sword. Muttered Naruto before he passed out and collapsed to the floor, his mother's headbands in his left hand, the letter in his right. Must have been too much for him. Stated Tenzo, who had finally recovered enough to form full sentences. I'd imagine that it would be. Finding out about your mother and being left the sword of Zabuza Mamakai. I'd probably pass out too. Stated Jiraiya, who had been reading over the blonde's shoulder. Listen sensei. I'm gonna take Naruto to get that sword and train him along the way. I request that you assign Tenzo to me so that he can help with Naruto, training in Kyuubi's chakra. Approved. While you're there perhaps you could improve relations. Stated Sarutobi as he wrote up an order for a B rank retrieval mission. That won't be a problem. We can get there in a day and spend 3 weeks training. Stated Jiraiya, more to himself than anything. Why would you be training there? Would it not be more beneficial to train here? Questioned the old man. Surprisingly, it was Naruto who answered. Kurama's chakra is too powerful. The only safe place to train is in Foster Canyon, and the Thames are training there. It wouldn't do me any good for Sasuke or Haytake to see anything I might learn. Why would you say that, Naruto? Kakashi is your sensei and Sasuke your teammate. Questioned Sarutobi. He had heard that Team 7 was close and that they had perfect teamwork. It was Jiraiya that filled in the blanks. I believe Kakashi is favoring Sasuke heavily. As you know, I've read every team progress report I could on the Gaki, and in every one it shows both the Gaki and his female teammate improve roughly the same and the Uchiha improving in leaps and bounds. Well, Sasuke is a genius. After all, he was Rookie of the Year - stated Sarutobi. I watched Naruto learn water walking in under an hour. Interrupted Jiraiya, anyone who can learn water walking in an hour, and has reserves as big as you did 30 years ago, should have no problem learning anything with a capable instructor. Sarutobi's forehead crinkled at the thought of that. Even Tsunade had not learned water walking that fast. And he does indeed have monstrous reserves. Perhaps Kakashi has been playing favorites. But has he done anything detrimental to either student? He left me to train by myself for the finals, and when I confronted him about it, he brought me that closet pervert that says he's training Konohamaru. Stated Naruto, a small amount of killing intent radiating off of the blonde. From this moment forth, Naruto, you are no longer part of Team 7. For now, I will have an investigation into Kakashi's behavior and teachings. That will tell us just how much he has played favorites. Stated Sarutobi in an angered voice. For now, you three will go to Wave, train Naruto and be back here the day before the finals. Gigi? If I'm not on Team 7 anymore, who is my sensei? Questioned Naruto. Jiraiya will be. And when he isn't in the village, Tenzo will be. Seeing as you're getting a sword, he can teach you the basics. I will work on getting a suitable Kenjutsu teacher for you after the Chunin exams. Stated Sarutobi. Thank you, Gigi. Smiled Naruto. It's not a problem, Naruto. After all, I can't have the man that's going to replace me being held back, now can I? Smiled the old man, who once again got up and walked over to the cabinet to the right of the door and pulled out a scroll that had a yellow casing over it. The man that this belonged to would be proud of you. He would want you to have this. Please wait until you're on your way to Wave to open it. Is that all, old man? Questioned Jiraiya as he watched the blonde examine the scroll for a second before shrugging and placing it in his pocket. He watched as his old sensei nodded. All right, then we're off. See you in a month, sensei. At the gate. Okay, it's already getting late, so to get there as fast as possible, we're going to take a toad. So go ahead and summon one. Stated Jiraiya. Pervy Sage? I can't, remember. Stated Naruto. Just humor me, put as much in as you do for say, 100 clones. Stated Jiraiya. Alright, here it goes. Summoning Jutsu. A huge cloud of smoke enveloped the trio as they rocketed into the air. Hello Jiraiya. Might I ask what you summoned me for? Asked the large scarlet-red frog. It wasn't me Gamaken. It was young Naruto here. Stated Jiraiya. I see. Then what can I assist you with Naruto? Can you bring us to the bridge that connects Fire Country to Wave Country? Asked Naruto. There's a bridge now? I can try. Please hold on tight, I'm rather clumsy. Stated Gamaken as he took off with a giant leap, forcing Naruto to roll down his back before he caught himself on the large shield. Kakashi recovered much faster than his father did the first time he rode Gamabunta. Unknown. He's growing up so fast. Cried Kushina as she held on to Minato. Kushina. I wouldn't mind this normally, but... Stated Minato. I've seen worse. Though I never would have thought that the Red Death and Yellow Flash would be so emotional. Stated the gruff voice beside the couple. Though I guess that explains the orange. This coming from the young man that killed his entire class because they bullied the girl you loved. Asked Kushina with a sly smile. I have no idea what you're talking about, stated Zabuza with a faint blush on his face. Oh? So you wouldn't mind if say, our little Naruto just so happened to charm a certain redhead? Stated Kushina in a sing-song voice. Minato watched as the young swordsman in front tensed slightly. With a smirk he said perhaps Shinigami-sama would allow another message? I'm sure that any woman would love to meet the son of a Kage and an Umbu commander. And with his father's good looks and huge assets. Added Kushina. And not to mention he has the ability to change people for the better. Added Minato. Enough. Just so you all know, if anyone was to earn her heart, I would want it to be the man who helped me to die a human, when I had spent my life as a demon. Stated Zabuza, a peaceful smile reached his eyes. Suddenly, Minato saw an image of Kakashi. Tell me Zabuza, what exactly did my son do to gain your respect? Even when I was alive it was known that you respected almost no one. The only thing we saw was Naruto breaking some weird mirror and defeating a hunter nin. States Minato. Kushina, seeing his questioning look, decided to explain we only saw things happen in Naruto's seal and when he uses Kyuubi's chakra. Though now that Shinigami gave us this viewing window, we can see everything. Well. I guess we got the time. I gotta start at the beginning for you to understand. Great Naruto Bridge, Zabuza entrance. This bridge is named after the man that saved Wave not only from a tyrant, but also, from itself. We name this bride in honor of Naruto Uzumaki, one of the 3 heroes of Wave. Read of Tenzo before shifting to another golden plaque. This entrance on the Great Naruto Bridge is named after the demon of the hidden mist, Zabuza Mamakai, who at the cost of his own life, ended Gato's reign. Jiraiya whistles impressive. This bridge is very impressive. It's too bad they named it after the brat. When Naruto hadn't retorted, Jiraiya and Tenzo looked over to the young man, only to see him standing before Zabuza's plaque. It's because of you and Haku that I'm as strong as I am today. I swear on my life that I will become even stronger and keep your memories and dreams alive. I'll be right there with you kid. Thank you Kurama, thought Naruto, glad to see you're up. Naruto? Kakashi? You were right. Questioned Jiraiya, a worried tone carried his voice. Yeah. Better than ever. You two have given me more than anyone else ever has. You gave me beliefs to fall back on, the determination to become strong enough to protect all those precious to me. And now Zabuza, you give me your second most prized possession. Stated Naruto as he stared down at the graves that held Haku and Zabuza. Jiraiya and Tenzo were in town picking up some supplies, and had left him alone. He grabbed his forehead protector and pulled it off, replacing it with his mother's Umbu Commander forehead protector, and turned it to the side, exactly like Zabuza had. I promise to you both that I will use everything you've given me to help those in need and protect everyone precious to me. Naruto grabbed the hilt of the sword and with all his strength, he pulled it from the ground. He then ran his palm across the blade, causing blood to cover the blade. And I swear on my blood and my pain that I will make you two, my mother, the old man, and everyone else that's ever helped me or have been on my side proud. Very touching, for a thief, you speak well. Naruto spun around to see a stunning red-headed woman in a blue dress and mesh. He had barely sensed her approach, as he wasn't channeling any Kyuubi Chakra. But one this was certain. She had a lot of Chakra. And she looked pissed. Now return that sword to its rightful place, before I melt you. I don't know who you are, lady, but I will never give up this sword. Stated Naruto fiercely as he started drawing Kurama's Chakra, just enough to remain unseen. Naruto was amazed how even at low levels, the giant blade felt no heavier than the katana that Tenzo was having him train with on the walk across the bridge. Listen, punk, I will not tell you again, put that sword back in its rightful place or I will kill you. Stated the redhead in a rage-filled voice. I don't know what your problem is, but this sword is in its rightful place. Stated Naruto as he took the best defensive stance he could muster. That sword belongs with Zabuza. She shouted as she rushed him, drawing her fist back, only to see him start to glow gold and blur behind her. Fast. Low Jonin level. Naruto tried to punch her from behind, only for her to spin around and grab his fist using his own momentum to throw him like a rag doll over her shoulder. As Naruto righted in himself, he felt all the air leave his lungs, a fist planted in his gut. Kurama. I need as much chakra flow as I can handle. The only response was Naruto glowing brighter and feeling the pain from the punch lessen. As Naruto approached a tree, he stabbed the blade into the ground, halting his involuntary flight. Naruto's chakra-enhanced eyes and brain picked up another blur heading towards him from his right. On instinct, he pulled the blade from the ground and blocked the strike, something he had seen Zabuza do when first fighting Kakashi. Mei was in shock. The brat had blocked her punch, which, considering she was the second strongest woman in the world, right behind Tsunade, was a feat in itself. What shocked her the most was with his headband sideways, his demon-like shroud, and the way he blocked with the flat of the sword. The brat looked exactly like Zabuza. Why? Why are you dishonoring him? You took his sword, his style, and even his signature genjutsu. Yelled Mei in a fit of rage. He left me his sword. The headband thing is my way of honoring him, and I have no idea what you mean. I'm not using any genjutsu. Stated Naruto as he hefted the large sword up and placed it on his shoulder, making Mei once again see a resemblance to Zabuza. He would never leave that sword to you. With Tenzo and Jiraiya. Tenzo and Jiraiya were walking through the street, looking for a good tailor so that they could get Naruto a good set of clothes to train in, when they stumbled across a store that caught their eye. It was a ninja supply store. Both walked in and were surprised to see it was fully stocked with all manner of shinobi wear and gear. Welcome to my store. Judging from you headbands, I assume you are Konoha ninja? Asked the large gray-haired older man behind the counter. That we are. We were looking for some clothes for our student when we stumbled upon your store. Mind telling us what a village like this needs a shinobi supply store for? Asked Jiraiya as he looked at some of the clothes on the racks, seeing they were all high quality. Ever since Gato was killed, the civilians have been training to protect themselves. Stated the man behind the counter. So what brings you to Wave? I can't believe that you would come all the way here just to buy a few supplies from little old me. Actually, our student is training for the Chunin exam finals. We're here because it's out of the way and we have some things we don't want his competition to know about him. Stated Tenzo, inspecting a turtleneck Kevlar mesh undershirt. Why come to Wave though? I only know of 4 ninja from Konoha that have ever been here. Stated the older man before his eye lit up. Is your student Naruto Uzumaki? With Naruto? Zabuza. He really did leave his sword to you, didn't he? Questioned Mei as she reread the letter for what had to have been the 20th time. Yeah, he also left me some other stuff as well. Stated Naruto as he nursed his rib cage, where Mei had landed a brutal kick. Naruto laid down on the ground and sighed. At least I'm improving. Last time I fought a Jonin I almost died. How did you know I'm a Jonin? Asked Mei. Her interest in the young genin had skyrocketed over the last 10 minutes. Because, even though my taijutsu and kenjutsu suck, I can still move at Jonin level speeds and I'm strong enough to swing around this sword," stated Naruto with a pat on the sword in his lap. "If you weren't a Jonin, you wouldn't have been able to keep up, and seeing as you were blowing me out of the water, I can only assume that you're high Jonin in skill. Very deductive of you, Naruto-kun. But can I ask, how are you able to move like that?" questioned Mei. I use chakra on every muscle, my eyes, brain, and nervous system to make me faster, stronger and quicker," stated Naruto. Sounds like A's lightning armor," stated Mei to herself, silently impressed that a genin had recreated the Raikage's personal jutsu. Huh? Who's A? And what's lightning armor? He's the Raikage. He uses a jutsu that's exactly like that golden cloak of yours, except he uses his masterful control over lightning," stated Mei. Naruto-kun. "Did you mean everything you said about becoming strong?" "Yes. I will become strong so that I can protect everyone I care about," stated Naruto with resolve that made Mei once again see Zabuza. "Well then, I guess you could use a few jutsu to help out," stated Mei with a smile as she stood up and fished a scroll out of the small pouch on her lower back. "I'm sure these will help, but for now, I must get back to Mist. I hope to see you again, Naruto-kun." Naruto looked at the scroll and saw several high-ranking water jutsu on it. "That you may Ne-chan," shouted Naruto as he charged and hugged her. "Just keep Zabuza alive in memory and in your heart," stated Mei with a smile. She then disappeared in a swirl of water. I hope that's in this scroll too, that was awesome," stated Naruto as he walked back towards the village to meet up with Yamato and Jiraiya. "Wonder how the training is going to go." 45 minutes later. "Okay brat, let's get to work. During this month, we're going to be working on your taijutsu, ninjutsu, kenjutsu, fuinjutsu, and of course, using your new chakra," stated Jiraiya, showing his serious side. "What's fuinjutsu? And how the hell are we going to do all of that in a month?" questioned Naruto. "Fuinjutsu is the art, and I do mean art, of seals. Unlike ninjutsu or genjutsu or almost every other kind of jutsu, fuinjutsu can do almost anything. Most shinobi see fuinjutsu as pointless because they fail to see the in-fight capabilities," stated Jiraiya. "What are the in-fight capabilities? You mean like being able to attack and defend?" asked Naruto, curious as to how useful it could be. "There are a lot of things that can be useful in a fight. Just an example, the Yondame's signature jutsu, the High-Ration, is 100% fuinjutsu. Also, you can seal weapons away and surprise your opponent by pulling a sword or an explosive tag out of nowhere," stated Jiraiya. "That's so cool. So I could seal my sword on my palm, and deploy it whenever I wanted?" questioned Naruto. "Exactly, you could even seal Kunao into the sword, and have them launch out when you swing the sword," stated Jiraiya with a smile. "That's awesome!" shouted Naruto in glee. "I want to learn fuinjutsu." "That's great, Naruto, but first, we must get your other skills up to a higher level in a hurry. So we're going to be using my favorite training method, Kage Bushin no Jutsu." Suddenly, there were two Jiraiyas. "Okay kid, I want you to make a clone and have it come with me and you spar with Tenzo Otagakur. Luck is on our side," stated Orochimaru as he looked over a spy report. "Why is that?" inquired Kabuto. "Because my idiot of an ex-teammate has taken that talentless Uzumaki away from the village for the month to train, leaving Konoha with its spy network for the whole month," stated Orochimaru in glee. "I don't see the difference, I mean, they never would have known anyway," stated Kabuto. "Once again, you're not seeing the bigger picture, Kabuto-kun. If we don't have to worry about the spy network, then we don't have to conceal our movements as much. Which means that I no longer have to use that fool as a mask any longer," stated Orochimaru, "and the best part is, he's still under my jutsu. So no matter what, he will follow the plan." Konoha. The third Hokage frowned deeply as he looked over the Team 7 reports. He was shocked, but not for the reason he would have thought. It seemed that, incredibly, until the end of the second round of the Chunin exam, Kakashi had been a fair, although extremely ineffective, sensei. In fact, the one that grew the least under him was Sasuke, who had been a prodigy in the academy, and had all but stopped growing until the fated A-rank mission to wave when he had unlocked his Sharingan. Though it seemed to most that Sasuke was growing by leaps and bounds, it was just a trick of the mind, as Sasuke had been so far ahead of everyone else, that even the slightest increase in skill seemed to be a huge step. That was the problem though. Even Minato and Itachi were never this far ahead of the class they graduated with. Though they both had graduated early, they were still roughly mid-genin when they graduated. Hell, even Kakashi himself was only mid-genin level when he graduated. Yet Sasuke seemed to have already been high genin, bordering on Chunin when he graduated. Even more concerning, when Naruto had graduated, his scores were the lowest in the academy's history, yet within a day of his third failure, he learned a B-rank jutsu and defeated a rather skilled Chunin in hand-to-hand combat with it. Why was nothing coming out of the academy making sense? He could understand that Sasuke would be skilled, but if he was already near Chunin level at the time of graduation, why had he not known about it? And what about Naruto? He was obviously held back at the academy. Mizuki had admitted to that himself, but how much had he truly been held back? In every definition of the term, Naruto was a prodigy, even more so than his father was. And yet he came out of the academy as the dead last? Hell, he failed 3 times. Not to mention the young Haruno. She's the daughter to fairly skilled, retired shinobi. She came out of the academy a well-rounded, incredibly intelligent young woman. But her team reports showed that she had done next to nothing on their missions, and when she trained she did the bare minimum of work. "Get me Ibiki, Anko, Hayate and Genma, now!" commanded Sarutobi as he felt to leave to gather the people he requested. "I will get to the bottom of this. Then I will handle Kakashi's shortcomings as a sensei." 3 weeks later. "Okay Naruto, let's spar again, and let's see how far you've come," stated Tenzo. Seeing Naruto nod, he added the stipulations: just your skills. The Kyuubi Chakra is a trump card, you should not become reliant on it. Naruto nodded and shot forward at high genin speed, throwing a punch at the Umbu's face, only for Tenzo to catch it and throw Naruto over his shoulder. However, Naruto used the throw to his advantage by unsealing his sword from his palm, slicing at Tenzo's back. Jiraiya watched his godson use his outstanding in-fight intelligence to force an Umbu member onto the defensive. Outstanding! Even though he only has high genin speed and low Chunin strength, he still is able to outmaneuver a seasoned Umbu and even use what most would consider a horrible position to his own advantage. He really is your son Minato. Very good Naruto. You have high genin speed and are easily low Chunin in strength with how you use that sword. Your taijutsu is good, but you still need more experience. I'd say it's also high genin. Now let's see some ninjutsu," stated Tenzo as he once again got into a defensive stance. "I'll take it from here Tenzo. No offense, but the Gaki's reserves are just as big as mine, not to mention we've drilled so much chakra control into his head that he probably has low Chunin level chakra control," stated Jiraiya as he took Tenzo's place in front of Naruto. "Okay Gaki, show me what you got." "Water style. Water dragon jutsu," shouted Naruto as he drew water from the air and launched the dragon at Jiraiya, who was shocked to see Naruto use B-rank jutsu of the bat, especially one that he hadn't taught him. Before he even had a chance to put up a defense, he heard another yell: "Water style. Great collision wave jutsu. Earth style. Earth bunker," shouted Jiraiya as he slammed his palms into the ground, creating a dome over himself to shield him from the water. "Let's see you beat this Kaki." "Earth style. Earth bullet dragon." Naruto's eyes widened as he flew through hand seals. "Earth style. Earth wall jutsu." A 10-foot tall, 10-foot wide and 2 feet thick wall of earth sprang up in front of Naruto, absorbing the impact of the bullet dragon as it slammed into it. As it fell, Jiraiya saw Naruto, kneeling behind the giant mound of mud that made of their combined jutsu, panting heavily. "Man. 2B rank. Jutsu NAC. Rank and I'm already down a fourth of my reserves," panted Naruto as he watched Jiraiya walk over to him. "Gaki. The reason that took so much out of you is because you used water from the air instead of from a lake or even the ground. Seeing as your natural element is wind, it's harder for you to use other elements," stated Jiraiya. "Plus the fact that you tried to use the water dragon without using a few hand signs didn't help. The second Hokage used the water dragon with only one hand sign. If I can do it with less hand seals, then it will be more useful in a fight, stated Naruto as he got up. Very true, but to properly do that, you need to have cage level control, which even with shadow clone training and Kyuubi no longer messing up your chakra flow, you're still years, maybe even decades away from, stated Jiraiya as he walked over to Tenzo. So what now? He needs to be back in a week, so we still have a few days to train him, stated Tenzo. Why not give the kid a break? He's already low Chunin without using Kyuubi Chakra, and with it he might as well be low Jonin. He deserves some time off. Plus, we still have to get him his new clothes, seeing as we destroyed that outfit, stated Jiraiya as he started walking away, not waiting for Tenzo's input. Come on Gaki, me and Tenzo have a surprise for ya. Konoha. Sasuke once again flashed through hand signs and then gripped his forearm as chakra began to gather in his palm, growing and churning until it seemed to come to life with a high-pitched scream as it sparked and danced, ripping chunks out the earth around him. Sasuke then rushed at the training dummy, Sharingan blazing as he thrusted the ball of electricity into its chest, splinters exploding from the impact site. Very good Sasuke. But you still haven't mastered the just yet. We will try again tomorrow, for right now, let's work on speed, stated Kakashi. And remember Sasuke, the Chidori is an assassination technique. It has no other purpose but to kill. You will only use this jutsu to defend your comrades. Sasuke simply nodded as he turned away from his sensei. This is the perfect tool to kill him. Don't you worry Dobe. Now that I have this, I won't need to kill you. Just as long as you don't stand in my way. Weapons shop in wave. Welcome back Shinobi-san. Welcome to my store Naruto-sama, called out the shop owner as the trio of shinobi made their way into the surprisingly large shinobi store. Hello Kadayo. Have you finished the orders? Asked Jiraiya. Naruto sent him a questioning look. But of course. My young seamstress finished the large order weeks ago. The second order was finished a few days ago, stated Kadayo with a smile. Let me go get them. Naruto watched as the man shot into the back room of the shop. Did he just call me Naruto-sama? That he did Gaki. I'd imagine that everyone in this village, hell, the whole country thinks of you as a hero, stated Jiraiya. It's true Naruto. You haven't seen it because you've only been to the graves and to Tajuna Sands. Everyone that has seen my headband asks about you, and there hasn't been a single one who had anything but good things to say about you, stated Tenzo. Why would we? You saved our country Naruto-sama. You showed us that we could still fight. It's because of you that many of us are still alive, stated the shop owner as he came out of the back room, placing 3 boxes of the counter. These 2 are your orders, this third one was left here by a beautiful red-headed woman. May-ne-chan? Questioned Naruto to himself, though Jiraiya had heard him. Oh ho. So the Gaki has a cute little girlfriend he's been hiding from us. What do you think Tenzo? Questioned Jiraiya. How cute. Though I'm curious as to when he would have met her. We got here and almost immediately started his training, stated Tenzo. I met her when I went to visit Zabuza and get my blade. She said that she was a friend of his, and after we fought, she said that she had to go back to Mist, stated Naruto. He then pulled a scroll and showed it to the other men in the room. She's the one who gave me the scroll that had all the water jutsu I know. Must be fellow Jonin? Do you know her last name Gaki? Asked Jiraiya. Well. No. She never gave it, stated Naruto while he rubbed the back of his head. What did she give me? Well let's see, stated the store owner as he handed the box over to Naruto. Naruto opened the box, only to pull out 2 belts and a letter. Dear Naruto-kun. It was one of Zabuza's dreams to truly master the art of silent killing, which according to him was to become completely undetectable. I'm not sure that it's possible, but seeing as he left his sword to you, I believe you are the one to finish this dream. I don't have any scrolls on the silent killing technique, but hopefully this will help. Simply wear 1 belt around your chest and 1 around your waist, channel some chakra into them and the sword will stick to the belts, even through clothing. Make him proud, Naruto-kun. Mei. Gaki, if you keep going at this rate, you'll be buried in letters and gifts. Laughed Jiraiya, but, that will go perfect with our gifts. Naruto opened the next box, revealing a new outfit. Naruto was at a loss for words as he looked at the new clothes, and was only taken out of his thoughts when he heard Tenzo speak. We knew you would never give up the color orange, so we simply toned it down. Go ahead and put it on, I believe there's a changing room over in the corner. Naruto darted into the small room in the back corner of the store, only to emerge a minute later, donning his new outfit, which consisted of a dark blue long-sleeved shirt with dark orange stripes going from his armpits to his hips, a giant red and black swirl on his back. His pants were much the same as his shirt, dark blue umbu-style pants that had the same dark orange stripes, continuing from his hips, disappearing into his dark orange shinobi sandals. His mother's headband still lay across the side of his head. Looking sharp, Gaki. Looks like you are going to be breaking a lot of hearts. Stated Jiraiya, my lord, he looks almost exactly like Minato. I can't wait to see everyone's smug faces when he arrives at the Chunin exams and beats the Hokage, all while resembling his father. It's awesome. Thank you both so much. Thanked Naruto with tears in his eyes. The shop owner was once again amazed that the hero of Wave was reduced to tears by simply being given an outfit, a very expensive and well-made outfit mind you, but an outfit nonetheless. Open the last one, Gaki. Stated Jiraiya. If he likes the outfit, he's going to love this. Such a shame the village held him back. Minato. Would you have saved them if you knew this was your son's fate? Naruto nodded and wiped his eyes, moving over to the counter once again, taking the box into his hands, pulling the lid off. No way. That's the end of this part, guys. If you want the next part, then like, subscribe and leave a comment saying so. This is Maelstrom signing off.